Hi everyone, welcome to this unboxing, product review. The lovely guys over at Artful, or Oh Dear, um, got in touch with Faber Castell in Faber Castell UK and asked if they had any pencil artists they could recommend to receive one of their new subscription boxes, and Faber Castell UK kindly gave my name. So today we are going to be having a look at this box. As you can see, I haven't opened it yet. I've got a good idea of what is inside. For anyone who doesn't know, Artful is a quarterly subscription box. Let's pop myself back up on the screen as well so I can talk to you. Okay, so Artful is a quarterly subscription box. You can subscribe quarterly, or I think you can pay annually. It's quite new, and what they do is they hand pick premium tools for each quarter, and they lovingly pack them into this box, and this comes through the post to your doorstep. And I know subscription boxes have become quite popular over the last couple of years. I've seen a lot of artists doing reviews of these. It's the first time I've actually received one, so it'd be quite fun to see what is inside and also give it a go. And I know there's other things that they do, they carefully put all these materials together. They have an online community and other things, so I'll talk about that as we go along. So let's have a look. I'm going to get the box opened, and then we will see what's inside and chat more about it. Okay? Okay, so all I've done is pulled away the little tab at the bottom, and what we are going to do now is open up the box and see what is inside. So it's really nicely packaged. It's great. It's just saying they've got their online community, and so they ask you to share if you create something inspired by what's inside the box and use the materials, mainly on Instagram. If you follow them on there, hashtag Artful or at Artful Box. And I know that they're doing a daily challenge, I believe. So let's have a look in here. It's all nicely wrapped up. Oh, I can see there's a magazine down below. So this is the second box, I believe, since they started out. Lots of tissue paper. Let me just lift away all of this tissue paper, and then we can have a look at what is inside. Okay, so this is the magazine, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. I know that they have lots of... I just pop myself up. I hate talking to the camera and then you can't see where I am, so I'll just shift this off to one side so you can see. So here is the magazine. So it says issue 2, Unleash Your Creativity, and new tutorial. What they do is they send an exclusive video tutorial once a month to your email, if you're a subscriber, that is. So let's have a look in here. Okay, so what is Artful? Explains what it's about. These emails go out on the 15th of June, July and August. Here are the materials. So this is what's going to be inside of our box this time. And it is all Faber Castell. And then they cover lots of basics with drawing. And it looks like there's different projects inside as well. So different projects that you can look at. So looking at the different pencils. And then there are other pencils inside. Okay, so Jamie is the editor, and I do believe he has created a lot of the images in here. But again, this is completely new. I wanted to look at this and unbox it at the same time as you guys see it. So here we go, Jamie Mitchell. So he is, yes, the person behind the box. The co-founder and the creative director of Oh Dear and Artful. So that's quite nice, because I'm going to catch up on this. I'm going to read through his interview. There's some of his artwork in here. Some quickfire questions. I love the polar bear picture there at the top. Fab. And it looks like then there's lots of really nice basics for beginners. How to draw hair plaits. Oh, fantastic. Negative space. Brilliant. Yeah, this looks fab. So if you're quite a beginner, not sure where to start, not sure whether you want to dive straight into colour pencils yet and want to just have a dabble with graphite, this is looking good. So Jack the Bear is the picture on the cover, and Jamie created this, and he's broken it down into simple steps for us to follow. So I'm going to look at trying to do this as a project, probably on a live stream, and you can watch me. So here you go, how Jamie draws fur, breaking it down into those lovely, so remember I always talk about swirly triangles for fur. Jamie looks like Jamie uses swirly triangles for fur too. And then oh wow, then there's more interviews in here with other artists talking about their favoured tools, their different processes. Really, really, really good. There's a nice mix of different types and styles of art in here as well. Okay, so that is the magazine. Oh wow, there's even the guy Jasenko Dordovic, who does the little sculptures of graphite. So there's an interview with him as well. Fantastic. Well, that is gonna occupy me going forwards. So that is the magazine, and that is 112 pages there. 114 pages in total. So let's pop the magazine to one side and have a look at what's in the box. Okay, lovely. There's a print there. There's a signed print by Jamie of Jack the Bear. And there is a line drawing. That's what I thought it was going to be. So it's quite a simple line drawing. So I'm probably going to use that line drawing and work with it, possibly on drafting film. You could work, this is printed onto the paper, you can work straight onto the paper if you wanted to, and it looks like it's done the same size as Jack the Bear, the original print that you're provided with as well. So what's in here? It's like Christmas, and everything is really nicely wrapped. So these look like cards. Yeah, so here you go. You get a handful of really nice quality cards with envelopes with "Oh dear" on there. I need to have a look at these. I'm gonna guess that they're probably like recycled materials or, you know, eco-friendly. Again, I need to dig down and have a good look at that. So you can do your designs straight onto your cards and send them out as unique artworks to friends and family. Oh, let's have a look in here. So this is a sketch pad. So it's a Faber Castell sketch pad. Ideal for graphite, coloured and watercolour pencils. So it's 85 in size, 160 GSM, acid free as you would expect, finest artist quality, Faber Castell pad. So I'm just going to flip that open. Okay, so Faber Castell artist quality pads, and yeah, 160 GSM thickness, which is a really nice thickness. I can feel it's quite smooth paper. For those of you in the US, this isn't available. This subscription pack is currently only available for people in the UK. Sorry. But yeah, paper feels nice. It's a nice, decent weight. You can use coloured and watercolour pencils on there, so I'll have a play on that. I have used some of the Faber Castell pads, but not the actual sketch pad. So then you get, this is where all the goodies are, actually in a lovely envelope. So let's get this one undone and have a look what tools are inside. Let's pop them all out into our box. Make sure there's nothing left inside. Okay, right, so we have a selection of pencils in here. Let's turn them all the correct way around, and this is going to be a really nice way of building up your supplies. If you don't want to be buying huge expanses of, you know, full sets of pencils, and you want to build up your armory, as I call it, then this might be a really good way to go. I know they've got a £10 off at the moment. I think it's £35 per quarter, which works out just over £10 per month. The magazine is worth that on its own, as far as I'm concerned. That magazine is fantastic. And then you're going to get to build up your pencils, and in here you've got a nice selection. So you've got everything you'd need for a project. So you've got your Faber Castell 9000 series graphite pencils. So you've got, let's have a look, we've got a B, sorry, in softness, you've got HB, which is like pretty much your normal standard pencil that you sketch out with. And you've got a B, which is slightly softer, a 2B, which is softer again, and a 4B. A 4B tends to be pretty much the most that I would use on graphite anyway. And then they've popped in a couple of colour pencils. Obviously, if we're going to be creating the bear, we haven't got a red one there, that's the only thing, but you can pull in some coloured pencils. So they've given you a couple of polychromos to try there. The white is fantastic for glazing, and you've also got a blue there, a cobalt blue greenish. You also get a nice eraser there, just a normal pencil eraser, and a small sharpener. So you've got all the tools there ready to go. They also supply you here with a nice fine mechanical graphite pencil. So again, this one is one of those ones where you pump the ends just like a pen, and you've got your mechanical graphite center there, core, and you can refill those. You can just pop that back in, and you can buy refills for those as well, and it's great because you get a consistent even line. And then lastly in here is a tortillon, or a blending tool. This is like a paper stump, so you can work with your graphite. I'll show you. So you can work with your graphite onto your paper. Let's choose one of our softest pencils. So we'll choose our 4B, and we'll just pop down a little bit of graphite there on our surface, and then the tortillon, which you can sharpen the tortillon, but you don't really want to. You want to let it build up with pigment, and then you can just soften and blend. And what I do a lot of the time is I use a lot of graphite powder, and sometimes I'll just grate some of my graphite off into a dish, and then use my tortillon to pick up the dust, the graphite powder itself, and work with that straight onto the paper. So there's lots of scope with the materials in this box. I think it's a fantastic little thing, and it's almost like I say, it's a bit like Christmas, receiving gifts in the post. So I am really looking forward to giving this a go, having a try at drawing my own version of Jack the Bear, and of course having a good read through the magazine that comes with it. And I'm sure there's a lot of time and effort have gone into putting all of this together, getting all of this information and these little tutorials from all the participating and contributing artists. So I think it's a great thing. It's something I would never have looked at before. I'm thinking maybe, you know, I will subscribe myself, and then each quarter we'll see what comes along, and it'll challenge me to try something a bit different maybe, because there might be something come along with paints and other bits that I don't normally use. And I will step outside of the box with the Artful box. Oh, one last thing as well. I did see that with every sale, they donate to a charity called Create, and it's an art charity, and basically it's all about empowering lives through the creative arts. So that is a really worthwhile cause to be part of. So £1 of all the sales will be going through to Create, and I think that's fantastic. So well done to all the guys at Oh Dear. Thank you for sending me this lovely pack to have a look at. I will be trying it out, so please do join me back on my YouTube channel in the next week or so, or sign up to my newsletter, and you'll find out when I'll be online doing a live stream creating my version of Jack the Bear. Just making sure I'm just calling him Jack the Bear. He is called Jack the Bear. Yes, Jack the Bear. The main feature of this quarter's subscription box. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing and review. Thank you.